Hey, what's going on guys, I'm Silent Core and welcome to another Watch Dogs Legion video. Today I have for you 10 huge tips and tricks that are really going to help out your gameplay in Watch Dogs Legion. Some of these actually took me quite a while to find them out. So let's jump right into that first tip, and that's to look out for the PARCEL Fox drones for two main reasons. First of all is they can actually be carrying cargo that you can hijack from them and claim. And the second thing they're super useful for is you can actually use these PARCEL Fox drones to collect the mask collectibles you can find around the map. Quite often these masks are placed up high and really hard to get places, so you can just hijack one of these PARCEL Fox drones and fly on up there, collect it, and bring it back down to your agent, which is super handy. You basically just need to almost land the drone on the mask and it'll automatically pick it up for you. Alright, so the next tip is that you can actually throw the spider bots up into hard to reach places and over fences. This is something that you couldn't actually even do in Watch Dogs 2 with the jumper, but it's super handy to be able to throw these into the restricted locations. And this one also ties nicely into my next tip, which is that you can use the spider bots to collect the tech upgrades. So you can actually collect these tech upgrades without even setting foot in these restricted areas, just by chucking the spider bot over the fence into those areas. The spider bot is pretty much always my go-to ability. Alright, next up, if you like to play stealthy in Watch Dogs Legion, then you need to look out for the Spy. This is the best stealth operator that you can own in the game. All of the spies will have the same 3 default skills and then one fourth bonus one. My fourth bonus one was the Gambling Addict. And the 3 main default ones are, first of all, is a silenced P9, and this can take down a lot of enemies with just one single headshot, so it's a super useful silenced weapon to use. The second skill is the Spy Watch, and you can use this to jam enemy weapons for a period of time, and then you can get them with a takedown or whatever, so it's again a super useful ability that you can use when you're playing as stealth. And the third ability is a Spy Car. This is basically a vehicle on demand with missiles attached to it. This car is absolutely awesome, and not only that, but you also have an ability to turn it invisible for a set amount of time so you can easily escape the police or anyone that's pursuing you. Moving on to the next tip, if you're more of a run and gunner, you want to make sure you find the Hitman. This is the best operative for someone that's very hands-on with your weapons and you don't really care about being stealthy. I really enjoy playing as the Hitman when I want to rush into an area and just grab certain things and what I need and get in and out very quickly. Again, similar to the spies, the Hitman has 3 default unique skills to it. The first one is the Desert Eagle, which is a very powerful weapon against enemies, and then also the G36, a great assault weapon you can use for taking down plenty of enemies that might be pursuing you. The Hitman also has an ability called Gun Kata, which allows you to perform instant takedowns with your weapons. And their last unique ability is the Combat Roll. Again, super handy if you're in high gunfire situations. You can double tap the jump button and you'll perform a nice evasive combat roll. And then the fourth and final skill is basically a random chance depending on how lucky you are. My Hitman had Doomed, which gives them a spontaneous death, which isn't really all that useful. Alright, moving on to the next tip, which is around the access terminals. You'll notice in restricted areas quite often they have an access terminal that needs a physical interact in order to unlock it. However, you can actually unlock this without actually physically interacting with it. You can simply just destroy it or even shoot it with your DedSec non-lethal pistol. That'll actually take it out and unlock the doors for you. Or you can even hijack a drone, fly in there, and smash it against the access terminal until it gives you access, and you can basically get inside without ever having to find that access terminal. Alright, the next tip is to do with your operatives and what happens when you retire them. So when you retire an operative, the game will actually claim this is permanent and you'll never get them back. However, there is actually a very small chance you can encounter that same operative again, and then you can re-recruit them into your team with no expense. Alright, tip number 8, if you manage to recruit a police officer into your team or even an ALBION agent, these operatives will have a takedown that you can actually arrest people instead of taking them down, and you'll see you kind of stick them in handcuffs You can basically toggle this on and off using your D-pad. You basically just select that option, it'll have an on or an off option for if you want to take them down or perform the arrest. But yeah, this is a pretty cool feature that you may not have even realised was in the game. Tip number 9, if you get an operative killed or incapacitated, then the person that actually did that to your operative actually becomes an adversary in the game, and then you can either decide to get some revenge on them and hospitalize them, and you'll actually get rewarded some in-game currency, or ETO as it's known in the game, for doing so. And that leaves me with tip number 10, and that is to make sure you get the Deep Profiler upgrade. You unlock this with your tech points, and this basically helps you skip the very lengthy recruitment missions that you have to do to normally recruit people into your team. So when you find someone you want to recruit into your team, you can basically use the Deep Profiler, and doing one of these is actually a lot less time consuming than doing a full-on recruitment mission, and it usually only takes one of these to actually recruit them, unless of course they actually actively dislike DedSec, in which case it will probably take you 2 different objectives in order to recruit them. So maybe if you've accidentally run over this person or run over one of their family members, they might actually have a dislike to DedSec, and you'll notice that with the red thumbs down, so you will actually have to perform more than one objective in order to recruit these people that are upset with you. So that was my top 10 tips and tricks for Watch Dogs Legion. If you're watching this and you have any tips of your own you want to share, please leave a comment below in the comment section and let's help each other out. If you did enjoy this video and found any of these tips helpful, I'd really appreciate if you could leave a like on the video. It's only one click and really helps out my YouTube channel. And of course, feel free to subscribe if you'd like more videos like this. Have a great day guys, stay safe, and I'll catch you in the next one.